this is strictly a flight to get my last .9 hours that I need for my captain's rating.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I'm not, there's nothing fancy about this one. I'm at Charlotte and I'm going to Spartanburg. So we're going not far at all. Nimbus, you did a good job though on this. It's a nice airport. There's the city and there's all the rain. Crap, it's a lot of rain. We're already set. Q&H, let's see. Let's get our Q&H will be 3022. I think 300. Yep, 3022. Got it.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, let's get these engines going.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
They just updated the welcome aboard video.
Thank you for choosing Delta
or audio.
for 100 years and counting.
Sounds good.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up
But
there.
if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over
And by the
your
way,
head
we're
and
not
adjust the mask if
using
necessary.
ATC on
Breathe
this one.
normally.
We're
And
just
note
going.
the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Nice audio. We're doing rolling start and going. We have no traffic to worry about on this one. It's that famous last words. Okay. And okay. I've already toed. We're at 5 flaps. Getting a strong pull from the right, but that's all right. They're fine. Rotate. Gear up. Flaps at 5.
You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me.
1,000.
And flaps retracting. And we will never be above an altitude to have our lights off. We're literally only 64 miles from our destination. I'm going to go ahead and activate our ILS.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it will be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks.
I'm beginning to wonder why anyone would fly to Spartanburg 64 miles.
Beer, wine, and spirits are
That's
available
it.
complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 50% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can
I'm leaving continuous on the engines, and
you'll find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know. They are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
right, we're already at cruise altitude. I'm already setting for actually, I'm resetting for 2300. Looks like we're flying into a mess, but hey. Simple approach. We are 45 nautical miles from the airport. This ought to be a quick turnaround and landing. I'm going to go ahead and set our auto anti-skid to 2. We're going to basically have to vector ourselves on this one, because when we get to, we're about at the Harry, so we'll do Harry. We'll be coming down to set up for Oxaby to Moldy to the runway. We're going to go ahead and start our descent. We're at flaps 1.
flaps, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time.
I do not know what that light was for. The
Please check around your
caution
seating
light.
area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Going to flaps 5. And currently we're just passing Harry, which makes our next waypoint Oxaby. Oxaby is at 234. I'm waiting to see it, how it goes. I think we're actually in Spa also, but actually I like that. We're coming in on looks like Spa. That will take us to Oxaby and then to Moldy, which this just makes for a better, like a more precise approach route. So I'm good with that. We're at flaps 15. Speed brake is armed. Don't, buddy. Cooper. Alright, stay over there. Okay. Alright, we're on the Spa arrival. Check our landing altitude. It's correct. 960, 950, 950. It's actually 963, but it's in increments of 50. Okay. Right. Copies. What are you doing? All right, we're very slow right now. So we're not far. We're 13 miles from Oxaby.
2,500.
I'm gonna. It's not time for me to put the gear out yet. That's what it's fussing about. I don't know if it'll allow me to stop that. It won't. Okay. I really don't think I need to have my gear out yet. Okay. I think it must be a sensor near the airport, but all the time you hear those crash, the like mid-air disaster shows where you hear the warning signs in the background. It's kind of where we are right now. But I don't need it yet. I don't want my gear down yet, because even though we're right next to the airport, so I think it's picking up the sensors. It is. It's just picking up the sensors. Sorry. I don't want it out. We're flying low and dirty right now, they call it. Low and slow. I understand you think I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not.
Isn't a very good call, Alan.
I don't think our passengers can see anything. They can't. So we're only like out to our right. We're 5 miles from Greenville, Spartanburg, but we're actually passing the airport, going down to the Oxaby waypoint. That's where we're coming back to set up for our approach. In fact, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna help this along. I'm gonna go to a setting of 180. Reason for that is I'm going to get us at what a vector would do. Vector would set us up so we can get to our waypoint or our approach, and that's what I'm doing basically. While being fussed at by my 737. All right, Mo, give me a second. what we'll do is as soon as we get parallel with the Oxaby waypoint, I will re-engage LNAV. It will take us to Oxaby. I will lower the gear and we'll stop having to listen to that sound. So right now we have ILS frequencies are set. Flaps are currently at 25. We're only at 154 knots. Low and dirty at 3,000 feet. We are only 6.5 miles from the airport at this time. What I want to do is I don't want to drop the gear until I make the final turn. It is annoying, but honestly that's what those sounds are made to be. We're right over Greer, the Greer area of Greer, Shindell. And LNAV engage. Altitude, it will drop down to 2,300. Gear is down. Currently at 30 flaps and 150 knots. I couldn't find the runway if I wanted to out here because my visibility is nothing. I've got zero visibility. Greenville to my left and Spartanburg to my right. And turn is coming. Approach is active. 48 knots right now. We're at flaps 30. Light, we're lit up. And couldn't find the runway if we wanted to. Outside view wouldn't even do any good. Can't see a thing. And we've captured, and autopilot 2 is engaged. Our go around is 2,300 feet and a right turn, and our goal is no go around. Right. Frequency is set. We're locked in. Very good. The flaps are full. And I'm seeing a runway.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Throttle's mine.
400. 300.
Looking good. Man, the mapping and graphics look amazing.
100. 50.
Give me a good
40,
flare.
30, 20, 10.
Reversers engaged. I haven't touched the brakes yet, but just now. The engine's working.
80 knots.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit Delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your Sky Miles account. If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a Uniform Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-checking all calls.
It's just me. I don't see the main hub. Is there not anything going on right here? Oh. Okay. Right.
Well, he just got obliterated, okay? He was just chilling up there. Can I get up here? I want to get up here, please. Hello. Oh, my balls. I have love. I have love.
By the way, that was a good landing. Good landing, especially for the conditions and everything. And it's ILS is a very simple system. The frequency system, you know, the way it works. But man, it can help you in bad weather. Not knocking it. Tell you what, I'm sure there's probably some new and improved ways to do things, but it works pretty good.
Understandable. Just say, I know you weren't blowing mine. Your mic peaked! It peaked! It peaked! No! Your mic peaked when you died, so all I heard was just cut.
Okay. Always, whenever once you are docked, once you've got to the gate in the jetway, you start your GPU. All right. That way you can shut these down.
It's so silly.
Start taking lights down. Start taking fuel off.
He just immediately goes with the net too.
Seatbelt sign. And we made it. That's good. That was on my, I think, simple flight. Simple, like 64 miles. It's very short. But we made it safely. Hey, you know what? Before I check out, let's go back and watch a replay of the landing.
Did you speak to Sid? You manifested a flight crew. Here, I am. Oh my gosh, they're just dropping like flies, aren't they?
So we're full flaps. I'd say this is a stable approach. The weather, as you see, you can see the winds, where the winds are coming from. And let's do it one more time. See the lightning? And I think I would call that very stable. Alright guys, I hope everybody has a good rest of the Sunday, Mother's Day. Be sure to tell your mother you love her if you still got her, and if she's a bad mother, love her anyway. Alright, bye.